Media and democracy. As the Deputy Vice-Chancellor has said, it's an important subject, and I'm certain that over the course of the next 2 days, this subject will be hotly debated. There's a clear division of opinion amongst journalist educators about what form of journalism is appropriate for developing countries. But I don't think there is any argument that the needs of the media consumers must come first. In developing countries, we all have a responsibility to educate and enlighten, to create stability for investment and to create jobs our people so badly need. This does not come from fueling division. We must acknowledge there is a special responsibility on all of us in a multiracial country like Fiji. I know some of you have very jaundiced views about the Fiji government's attitude towards media freedom. As a country, we are a work in progress. But huge steps have been made in achieving a genuine democracy. We are committed to a vision of a united, prosperous Fiji in which every citizen has a viable and equal stake. In the past, this has not been the case. Too many years have been lost and too many opportunities have been squandered. Far too many of our citizens left our country in despair of their children ever having equal opportunities in Fiji because of the racial division that has plagued this country since independence 42 years ago. In the interests of national stability, Fiji felt it necessary to impose a period of censorship on the local media, which has now been lifted. We are now looking to our journalists to again rise to the challenge of giving ordinary people the information they need. You'll hear a lot about self-censorship, the notion that journalists in Fiji are too afraid to report fully without fear or favour. Such fears, I believe, are understandable in the transition from censorship to media freedom, but I urge journalists not to use this as an excuse not to do your job. We want a vigorous media, but with certain conditions that are a prerequisite in most countries. Not to fuel racial division, not to threaten peace and order, not to damage our economy or our people's jobs. It may also come as a surprise to some of you that we also want a democracy, but we want a real democracy. One person, one vote, one value, and for everyone to have the same opportunities as their neighbour. This week, almost 500,000 Fijians have already registered in the first wave of voter registration for the 2014 elections. This represents 80% of eligible voters in our country. We have a further registration period for those that are Fijians that are living abroad. At the same time, our Constitutional Commission, headed by the distinguished global authority, Professor Yash Gai, is hearing submissions from ordinary people on what they want in our Constitution. I would encourage all of you to take the opportunity to see firsthand the consultations that are currently underway. After all, this is where grassroots democracy is being made. Our idea of democracy is based on some unassailable principles that are universally acknowledged, but some of which will be new to Fiji. Chief amongst these is upholding the legal and moral basis of a common and equal citizenry, one person, one vote, one value. In a multi-faith country, we also believe in a secular state, a separation between government and religion. We want systemic corruption removed, an independent judiciary, and the elimination of all forms of discrimination. We want good and transparent governance, social justice, proportional representation, and an end to the legal obligation to vote amongst racial lines. And more importantly as well, we want to give our young people a voice by lowering the voting age from 21 to 18. These are common values that underpin all great democracies, and we want them here in Fiji. This is our vision, and this is our agenda. And we want a media to join us in making these fundamental values an integral part of the new Fiji. I'd like to thank you for listening to me. Vanaka Vakalevu. Have a very good day, and good luck with your deliberations. Thank you.